Touch pass on the run. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Now down to the 12-yard line. It's first down.
29 Philly.
Gonna run it. It's Frazier. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Georgia comes quickly to the line. From the gun, the running back looking for room. And he was greeted by a host of defenders and barely gets it back to the line of scrimmage. He wants to change this route. On third down, going up top. Snagged out of the air. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. It's fourth down and 6, and they'll try to convert. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And it's knocked away, and they don't convert on fourth down.
Man, those fourth down stops are so huge for momentum to turn the ball back to your offense. Great pass defense, seeing the ball, breaking on it, swatting it down so the receiver couldn't make a play. Nice job by this defense.
I'm not sure what kind of vexing and magic they're trying to conjure up here, but sending out the field goal unit. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Notre Dame.
Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. The quarterback's mistake pushes the ball back in the shadow of his own goalpost. And what is this? They're setting up the punt on first down. I'm not sure if he could have kicked it farther by using his knee, but it's not exactly the longest punt. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Quarterback may change this route. To the air, it's Stockton. A shot toward the end zone. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
Wants to fire on second down. Grabbed over the middle. It's dealt. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. They'll run play action. Unloads to the right. Wide open downfield. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Dogs! The defense just lost track of it. There's no other explanation. I've got to assume they knew he was in an eligible position.
Or it was just ridiculously good scheming on the offense, Reese. I mean, just an unbelievable job of getting your guy wide open.
25. Looking to throw on first down. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. It's no surprise at all to find a Georgia defensive lineman wreaking havoc in the backfield.
Find those big, physical, aggressive dudes that can be physical enough to play the run in the SEC and then pin your ears back and go get quarterbacks. Georgia does that and finds those guys really, really often.
Georgia 14, Notre Dame 0.
So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. Dropping back, it's Carr. Looking deep. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down.
It just looks to me like the offense is starting to get a little bit impatient, right, guys? They haven't scored in this game yet, and all of a sudden now they're taking shots down the field, and they're trying to make it happen. But the defense, they have been lights out. They force another incompletion.
Fourth and a long way to go, but the offense is going to give it a shot. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. And apparently oblivious to the concept of the play clock, it's another delay of game penalty. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. He will signal for the fair catch after a disastrous punt. This is great news coming up for the offense. Great place to start for this offense. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Drives ahead for 3 to the 27-yard line. The Dogs want to move quickly.
And that wasn't a big gain, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they've knocked him down at the 17.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back, understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the first down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
It's a reverse. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Give to the running back. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. Bully ball on third and short. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it first and goal at the 6. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And this defense has given up some yards, getting all the way down here to 1st and goal, but great job on 1st and goal. Getting the tackle for a loss and not guaranteeing a pass, but putting this offense in a more difficult situation and trying to end this drive by only giving up a field goal.
And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. What will the offense dial up on 3rd and goal? They'll try to blast their way in. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
All you can say is how impressive has this team been at home today in all 3 facets of the game. Their defense has been outstanding. We've seen some plays in special teams, and the offense continues to deliver, showing off all of the playmakers and all of the versatility they have on that side of the football. This could not be better here in the first half of the home team.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Coming out with it, it's Price. That gamble did not pay off as a... down at the 12-yard line. They take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before... Great. Back to pass, it's Carr. Here's the heat. Stands in and takes the hit. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Not a lot on the return, but they can live with that as they've got it at the 49.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job of his decision-making.
Motion from the wideout. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. The Bulldogs with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Pulls it on the bootleg fake. Under fire. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
Quarterbacks talk about it all the time. They love the clean pocket where they can step up, throw the football. That is not what they had. Nice job by the defense, beating the offensive line, disrupting the timing, and getting a nice clean hit on the quarterback.
They'll try to pick up the first through the air. He's going to fire deep. And it's caught inside the 15. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half for the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
And he has had a long day at the office, not to mention the backfield, as the defense has been all over him.
Defense is locked in this game so far. They've been shutting this offense down. I think one of the biggest reasons why is they are not letting this running back do anything in this game. They are trying to make them one-dimensional. They're being physical close to the line.
Touchdown, Georgia! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And we are officially in blowout mode. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen so many explosive plays, and they score again before going in at halftime, guys. I'm hoping we can have a running clock here in the second half.
Looking to pass. It's Stockton. Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete.
Well, head coach obviously decided it was best to go for 2 points right there. They didn't get it, and you just wonder if chasing the points is going to hurt this team later in the game.
He'll bring it out. It's Price. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Looking to the big tight end. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
It has been tough sledding for this quarterback here early in the game. He's 0 for 5 right now. I give the defense tons of credit. It's not just good coverage in the back end, and it's not just a good pass rush. They're doing a nice job.
He lets one fly deep. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
And this game is going perfect for the defense right now. They haven't been on the field that much. The offense hasn't had that many possessions. Here we are at the end of the first half. They're still pitching a shutout, and they're ready for this.
And a sack all the way back at the 5.
That's the end of the first half. With the score, Georgia 27, Notre Dame 0.
Ready to get things going here in the second half as Georgia about to kick it away. He'll bring it out. It's Price. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. They'll send the back in motion. Snap to the back. Bring in the heat. It'll fall incomplete. A little creativity on first down, but it doesn't work. It'll be second down.
That was a nice catch right near the line of scrimmage. Man, you want to get some yak after the catch and try to make a play, but that defense was right on him. Got him on the ground too quick.
Behind the chains now on second and long. Looking downfield, it's Carr. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. He's got it. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped.
I got a feeling they went into the half and they talked about how do we create some more explosive plays on offense. First drive, you're trailing. They did exactly that. Nice job by this offense. They're going to need more of them to get back in the...
Sends it downfield. And it's picked off for the third time today. Got room on the return. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
And for that quarterback, that was a good feeling that turned bad really quickly. He saw cover one. He got excited, taking a shot deep down the field. After he threw it, though, he could see the defender had better positioning than his receiver did, and that ends up being an interception.
Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down.
I think he's showing you his experience on that decision right there. There was nothing open, so don't try to force it into coverage. You've got the lead. If it's not there, just throw it away. The head coach loves to see his quarterback make that kind of decision.
They'll throw again after the incompletion. He rifles one deep to the left. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
Well, I like the idea by the offensive play caller here. You're trying to get aggressive. You're trying to find a chunk play, but that time, QB and receiver can't hook up.
They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on third and long from the 41. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. He's got it inside the 15. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. Georgia ready to dial it up on another first down. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long, different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. And that's why the ball falls incomplete.
He's got it on the run. Touchdown, Dogs! Haul that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score. Like a Thanksgiving turkey, there's being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire. You might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Wide receiver comes in motion. Use the play fake, now to throw. Rushes on him, fires downfield. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's throwing to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. They'll move the wide receiver. Off play action. Fires on the run. Brings it down on the right side. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
Looking to throw, it's Carr. Pressure coming. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
And that's a really good job by this defense, a complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
Second down, he'll throw it. Oh, they're after him. Takes a hit as he fires.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him...
Wide open spaces. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
All right, well, look, I know the defense was feeling real good about their run D coming into this one and how they've been playing up to this point. But finally, David, the offense breaks through, and they finally generate something positive on the ground.
And I can't tell you how easy it is. When you're going to throw the ball consistently, and I know it, I'm going to pin my ears back, and I'm going to get to the quarterback. It makes life really easy on the defensive line. But when you can have balance, now the defense doesn't know what's coming. They need more of this if they're going to be successful.
Welcome between the hedges to Athens, Georgia and Sanford Stadium, home of the Georgia Bulldogs. As we'll see the number 8 team in the country, the LSU Tigers, taking on the 4th-ranked team in the land, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. LSU ready to kick it away to get things started. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much. He found as he stopped at the 18. Motion from the wide receiver. To the air, it's Stockton. Going for a big play right off the bat. Intercepted! Oh, what a play! Taking it the other way. He was thinking touchdown all the way, but he got it down to the 26-yard line.
You could not script a better start if you're on defense, and great job being heads up and being aware that this offense may come out trying to be aggressive and throw on the first play. Everybody executing their assignments, and they get a takeaway right off the bat.
This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Pocket breaking down. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
running play action. Quarterback floating away from pressure. No more time to throw. Quarterback is sacked at the 35. If there's ever been a position group that sort of identifies with the team's mascot, it would be the bulldog mentality of this Georgia front.
Those hunkering down dogs up front, they got to hunker down and stop the run and be physical. And then guess what? It gets into passing situations. Now I'm quick. Now I'm on the edge. Now I'm making that quarterback's life a living
Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive. He's brought down. A short return to the defense. Comes out on top of the pick.
Third and long is difficult. You have to push the ball down the field. Nothing worse than watching people dink and dunk on third and long and get tackled and run the punt unit on. I like the aggressiveness. Try to push the ball down the field. It's not the worst thing in the world. You throw an INT. It's kind of like a punt.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
The hand to the running back. He got penetration to make the stop in the backfield, and they gave back that 4 they just gained. It's 3rd and 10. Off the play fake.
This is a tough part of the field. You want to try to create some space and give yourself an opportunity not to throw out of your own end zone. They didn't hold up with protection. They give up the sack, but thank goodness they didn't give up a safety.
He's got great speed. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They turned it over with an interception on their first drive of the game. We're still looking for our initial points of the game. Grab behind the line. It's Anderson. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Oh, he's got some space. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. This dog crowd is off the leash, and they are coming after them, bringing noise on 3rd down. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. And he needed 1 yard, and he didn't get it. The defense won the battle up front. Needs it to keep this drive alive. He's not going to get there. Stop short on 4th down. One final play before the end of the quarter. To the air, it's Stockton. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Not much of a chance on the return, but they'll have the ball at the 33. So 1st down here as they go back to work. The give to the tailback. They get him stopped at the 26, but boy, that was an attitude run. A pickup of 6.
love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Hand off from the shotgun. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play calls and everyone on the same page here. The Tigers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on 3rd. Caught in the backfield, it's Durham. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
And as an offense, that's just why you cannot get behind the sticks in these types of situations. 3rd in California is hard to complete and is hard to convert for anybody. And even though the running back is able to do something positive on that 3rd down play, it's just too many yards to gain, and now they're forced to punt.
The offense failed to convert on 4th down earlier, but that didn't change their thinking here. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Looking to the big tight end. He got it. They will score. Touchdown, Tigers. That is what we call in the industry a defensive breakdown. That guy was loose for the big play.
Busted coverage, really bad execution. Somebody slips, somebody falls. Nothing about that defensively is something you're looking for, but the offense will take it and get the easy touchdown.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Back to throw, it's Stockton. That's caught, it's dealt. Moves up to the 34-yard line, give him a 10-yard pickup. And the Bulldogs racing to the line in the hurry-up. Takes a handoff, it's Frazier. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
And those body blows really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Gonna take a shot. Wide open, he makes the catch. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. You trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. They'll start this drive going to the air. Got it in the middle, it's Brown. Oh, out of space. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Defense showing blitz, trying to rattle this quarterback. Here comes the heat. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking for a man. It's Nussmeier. Throws for the tight end. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
You know, this tight end's a weapon in the passing game. He runs good routes, normally has good hands, but didn't have them there.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Steps away. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down.
These receivers on these scramble drills are going to have to play with a little bit more urgency because this pass rush is getting after the QB. He was flushed out to the left and wasn't able to complete that throw because of the hit he took.
Kick is in the air. Fair catch is signaled and made, and they'll go to work from the 27-yard line. They'll christen this drive from the 28-yard line. Wants to go up top on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Bell. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. The hurry up now. 2nd down. Clock ticking. The offense changing the play. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. And the defense, they've got him at the 27. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Looking to throw, it's Stockton. There's the pressure. And the incomplete pass on third down, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's about. Georgia will kick it deep to start the second half. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. This crowd still bringing the intensity to open the second half. Going to the run to start this second half. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And you're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over, and right now, it's tough sledding on the ground.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Trying to pick up a first down. On 3rd and long, trying to convert through the air. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. Makes the grab inside the 30. He just brought some serious energy, making that huge play and getting it all the way down to the 23-yard line. This offense has to be feeling it after that last one, and they'll snap it 1st and 10 just outside the 20. Caught in the backfield, it's Anderson. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle from him.
They'll run it from the gun. Turning on the Jets. And the defense stops him just short of the 1st down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the 2nd half.
He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Timeout called here by the defense is the first one they've used this half. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Here's the handoff. What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the 2nd half.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Well, you obviously want to get your receivers the football down here in the red zone, but it's tough to throw it to him because the windows are so small. So I like the idea, handing it off to that guy and seeing if he can do something with the speed.
These fans raising the volume on 2nd and goal. Quarterback Steve trying to power his way ahead for a few. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. And that one will put them up here in the 2nd half.
It's just so nice to have a signal caller who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. 75 yards on the touchdown drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. This drive going from the 17. The give to the back. Running to Green. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. They go back to work with the 1st down in the final period of this one. Right back to the well. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Georgia going up tempo.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Oh, big play, he's got room. A big play, gets it into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 44.
And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target. Accurate throw, and they get the first down.
Big drive for this offense late, trying to tie the game. They pieced together a couple of first downs, and here they come again. And this one will be stopped for no gain. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Got a man. It's Frazier. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When we're throwing at running backs, you got to make it easy. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
And the Dogs will have it 1st and 10. Running back searching for a hole. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Wants to throw. It's Stockton. Makes the catch. It's dealt. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. Third and long from the 30-yard line, in this defense hoping to knock them out of field goal range. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. 7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Wants to adjust the pattern. Wide receiver going in motion. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be 4th down.
What a fantastic job by the defense that time, forcing the incompletion. They've got the lead late, setting up 4th down. Can they come up with one more stop? If they get it, they might win this game.
This late in the game, there's really no question about it. To have any chance to tie this thing up, they have to convert here on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
Nice job by this defense in a clutch moment. You knew they were going to throw the football. 4th down, great coverage, break on the football, force the incompletion, and more importantly, you get the ball back to your offense with a chance to just run this clock and get out of here with a win.
They'll run it. They want to take their time here. There he goes! What a good job to be able to pick up that kind of yardage when you're trying to finish off the game. That's quite a start to a drive, and now they'll snap it from midfield. Trying to seal the edge on the right. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
I just love when running backs make those decisions. And when they get close to the sideline, some will take that advantage and step out of bounds not to get hit. But I love when they do like this. Stick your foot in the ground, get downhill, get some positive yards because it helps your offense on the next down.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Smart offense. I love it, man. Make them use that timeout. Run the football. I can run the football and let that clock now tick inside of a minute. I'm in great situation to win this football game. Just be smart and keep that thing running.
Offense will use a timeout with 28 ticks remaining.
Timeout, LSU.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. it with the back. They bring him down at the 45-yard line, and this defense rises up on third down. The defense will use a timeout, and the clock is stopped with 24 seconds left. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. He makes the fair catch at his own 8-yard line, and that might have kept him from being backed up even further. They are backed up, tough field position. The drive starts from their own 9-yard line. Making side adjustments here. Looking to throw at Stockton. Under fire. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
Man, I love this guy's toughness. All game long, he's been getting hit. He's been sacked multiple times. And here we are late in the game. He's still staring down the barrel. Gets nailed, but is able to deliver a big completion for his offense.
Makes the grab down the middle. And they fight him to the bitter end, all the way down to putting some more numbers in the stat column, but they'll come up a little short as time expires. Guys, if you want to go strictly by the rankings, I guess this was an upset, but to my eyes, we saw two really good teams slug it out, and one of them came out on top.
Yeah, two really good teams, man. That's a reason why they're both ranked. They're both really good, and I tell you what, getting this win proves something to everyone else now. Like, I was ranked below this squad. You beat a team that's ranked above you.
Welcome to the home of the Utah Utes, Rice-Eccles Stadium in Salt Lake City. As we'll see the #1 team in the country, the Texas Longhorns, taking on a team from the Big 12, the Utah Utes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. The Utes will get us underway with the opening kickoff. He'll bring it out. It's Moore. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed. change, and they'll stop him at the 16. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Dropping back, it's Manning. Taking a shot on the first play. Holds it in on the left. Off to the races. Pass to 10. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas!
Well, they wanted to be aggressive in the passing game, and they didn't waste a lot of time. They take a shot vertically down the field to their star player. He makes the play, and he makes the defense pay.
And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll call for the fair catch here. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. Looking for space. It's Parker. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get those running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down.
Looks to me on that deep ball like he was forcing it a little bit. You got to be careful as a quarterback. You're not trying to outduel the other guy who just threw a touchdown pass. You're just trying to win the game. So just execute the plays. The ball goes to who it's designed to go to.
Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns!
And the defense sets the tone early in this football game. We're still in the first quarter, and this is looking like they're putting a complete game together. Offense scoring, defense scoring. Palmer, they're up 2 touchdowns already.
Yeah, you got to give this coaching staff credit. They have their guys ready to go, and this is what you call firing on all cylinders early in a game.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll run the RPO and throw it right.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
The Utes in a good spot here with second and short. Scanning the field, it's Dampier. Quickly out to the tight end. He's loose. Stopped at the 44, but he got 10 on the play.
Really nice job there by the quarterback understanding it's blitz, and not just that it's blitz, but knowing whether it's man coverage or zone coverage behind the blitz. You've still got to know where your answer is going to be based on what the defense is doing in the back end, and he add the answer to the test right there.
It doesn't matter who it is, receivers, in this case, a tight end. You get open, you sometimes start to look at that green space in front of you, and you just take your eye off the football, lose your concentration a little bit, and miss that opportunity for possibly a big play.
Trying to get the corner. They'll give him a couple that leaves him with 3rd and 8.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Even if they don't convert, picking up a few would give them a decision to make on 4th down. It's 3rd and long from the 45. Motion from the wideout. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Just a short return, but that would have been icing on the cake. They've got it 1st down at the 42.
Nothing going right for this team early in the first quarter here. The defense is getting gashed, and now you've thrown a pick. The head coach has got to get his team together and get everybody to calm down and settle in.
And this defense, they've got to do a big job. Like, offense put you in a bad spot. You haven't had some great moments, but this possession, we got to get a stop, got to stop the bleeding, and get the ball back to our offense.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Quarterback making adjustments. Back to throw, it's Manning. Here's a heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the second down misfire. Going up top. Wrapped it inside the 10. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Texas!
This offense is looking ridiculous. 3 touchdowns now in the first quarter, doing whatever they want at will. I don't know if you're panicking, Palmer, but, I mean, they got to put something together on the other side of the field or else this one's going to get ugly fast.
One thing I know, David, is the defensive staff, after having the ball just run down their throat and thrown over their heads, they need to make some adjustments earlier than they probably anticipated, because right now they have no answers for this offense.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll give it to the back. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. To throw, it's Dampier. Fires to the right. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40. So after the break, they'll go back to work. On the move. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
QBs that can run completely change your game plan. I mean, every single bit of it. You have to understand, now as a pass rusher, I got to keep him in the pocket. I got to understand all the zone read concepts and the power read and the jet read, all the different things they can do to you. So, you know, having a guy back there at the helm that can run the football, you better be alert of it from the first play to the end of the fourth quarter.
That's reeled in. It's Parker. He'll be forced out of bounds at the 28.
Obviously, great job picking up the first down there through the air, but you're trailing by a lot of points now, and you're in that area of the field where you should take a shot. If I was the offensive coordinator, I'd be thinking about throwing this next one into the end zone and trying to cut into the lead.
Wants to throw on first down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Utes!
so nice to have these big playmaking tight ends that are basically oversized receivers. Make a play down the field to him, huge catch radius, makes the play, and then I love the run after the catch. These guys can do this nowadays. He does the rest of the work and gets into the end zone.
And after the extra point, they're now down 21-7. Still just a two-possession game. A lot of time to go as they try for the onside kick here. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. From the gun, he leaves it with the back.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing out a little bit.
We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Quarterback making checks. Looking downfield. It's Manning. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be third down.
In most instances, I would say really, really nice decision by the quarterback. But when you've got speed like this guy has, I think you'd sometimes, instead of throwing it away, would like to see him take off and see if he can go make something with his feet.
After the second down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, wants to pass. And a missed connection on 3rd down.
This is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started, in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. Caught over the middle. It's Moore. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down?
Great coverage on that 4th down play. Nice job blanketing the receiver out wide. The defense, you could tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to their offense.
Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. To the air on 1st down. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day.
QB never saw the defender. He's staring his receiver down, telegraphing his throw, and the DB jumped all over that.
Trying to start the drive with a pass. Fires toward the target. Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch. Great spot to attack there right off the turnover. Try to strike and keep them reeling.
Absolutely. Coaching 101. Sudden change. When you create a turnover and you get the ball back on offense, attack, attack, attack. Use the momentum. Try to make a big play.
Can't hold on. He had him right down the middle, and he flat dropped it. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Dropping back, it's Manning. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you can tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Being started out great on this drive, but then a couple of incompletions, and now it's 3rd and 10. Quick pass on the fly motion. There he goes. That'll be enough for a 1st down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line. And the Longhorns come to the line with a new set of downs. The give to the back. Fighting off the defender. They get him down, but he was driving his way and gets it down to the 7-yard line. in the hurry-up. He leaves it with his back. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. The Longhorns are threatening on 1st and goal. He might want another play. Wants to go up top. Backs looking for the goal line. Touchdown, Longhorns! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And, man, the defense really needed to stop there. They needed to create some momentum, get the ball back to the offense before the half. But the offense does their job, and they continue to pile on, continue to create momentum. There's going to have to be some questions answered at half with this squad because it's been a struggle in the first half.
Fair catch called for and made. Drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Back to pass, it's Dampier. He'll throw it. Got his man in the middle. Turns it on at midfield. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Spits it out to the back. And he dropped it. Just didn't look the thing all the way in.
Well, we know this guy's a weapon, not just taking handoffs, but he can catch the ball too. That play, not so much. Got to do a better job reeling it in.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Throws to the wideout. Catch in the middle, it's Davis. Showing off that power as he plows ahead to the 38. And the Utes come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Quarterback keeper. 3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. Now on 1st and 10 from the 35. Looking to throw on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. And while the pass is incomplete, the flag is down. I think that was a free play for this offense. Defense was in the neutral zone. They'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. It's 1st and 5. Snap in the shotgun. Looking for the end zone. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
Going back to the well, another deep ball. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
And almost another interception for this defense. They've been picking him off like crazy. They've shut down this passing attack, creating so many big plays. This defense is dialed in, locked in, and really creating havoc for this offense.
He'll take a shot. He's got it. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. And the Longhorns will kick it away first, and we'll start the 2nd half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Now on the move. It's a seam wide open. shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49.
But with the weapons this offense has, you knew it was just a matter of time in the run game before someone was going to break a long one. They'd just been running into a wall. They just couldn't seem to find their creases and get enough movement up front, but they finally got it there, picking up the first. Let's see what happens next.
And you can tell the QB wants to run. He's going to be a big part of the game plan, and the defense really, really understands that. I got to understand, and more importantly, when I get a lick on this cat, I got to take it. Like, not dirty, not cheap shots, but end of the plays when I can be physical and really make him
Grabs it inside the 15. And he takes it all the way down to the 10-yard line. An explosive play for this offense. The Utes have it with a 1st and 10. They want to run this quarterback. They stripped it out. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
As a defender, you dream about those big hits. You work hard on it in practice, closing space, getting close, and just sticking that guy and causing the fumble.
With jet sweep pass. Turning it on. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. The Longhorns, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Looking for a man. It's Manning. He's going up top. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on 1st down.
And that's not the worst place in the world to miss. Coaches will tell you, man, when you're going to take those deep shots and those fly routes down the field, if you're going to miss as a quarterback, you don't miss inside, and he misses.
He's going for a big play downfield. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd.
Well, these DBs better stay ready, man. I know you're losing the game by a lot right now, but this offense is still taking shots, so you've got to continue to stay ready and make plays like they were able to do on that last one, forcing the incompletion.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. They just keep firing. He'll take another shot here. Snags it down the right side. Wide open spaces. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30-plus.
Thank you very much. That's what the quarterback's thinking on that last play. I think he was even shocked that his receiver was that wide open downfield. He'll take it.
It's complete to the left. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. The RPO, it's complete. Touchdown, Texas! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. These two have spent plenty of time together. That was almost telepathic, David.
No doubt, and quarterbacks and wide receivers throw all offseason to get on the same page. You can see he hits him in stride. That's why he gets the touchdown.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. A designed run for the quarterback. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one.
Well, this guy's a weapon, throwing it and running it, and you know he's going to try to hurt this defense with his legs.
It puts so much stress on the defensive line to chase him, and the fact that the play is extended so long. He wants to take the top off. He's got it inside the 30. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line. What a tough break for the defense. You get a hand on the football, and they still make a big play.
Man, how difficult is that? The ball is deflected. To be able to keep your eyes on the football, continue to concentrate. From a fortuitous bounce, Reese. A nice break to him. Makes the catch, makes the big play down the field.
He gets nothing, and they keep plowing ahead with the running game, and they've got very little to show for it. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Oh, this defense wants to bring some pressure. Back to throw, it's Dampier. The quick out. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. The score, Texas 35, Utah 7.
Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. Looking for room, it's Parker. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
You want to end a play quickly, get in the backfield that fast, get to the guy, and get him on the ground. Nice job penetrating right from the snap, getting off the ball so quick, penetrating the backfield and making something happen.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback in this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Another interception. That's his fourth of the day. Bringing it back.
And I love this defense understanding situational football. You got the lead in the fourth quarter, getting your nickel packages. You know the pass is coming, and the execution was great.
Yeah, they thrive on takeaways, and they love to get into games late with the lead because one of the strengths of their entire team is their secondary, and you saw it there. In nickel, they're able to come away with the pick, and it's looking like they're going to be able to seal this game.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Backed up now, here's second and long. To the air, it's Manning. Time to take a shot. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. Takes a shot as he lets it go. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down.
Oftentimes as a quarterback, when you have success early, you earn the right to take more shots. And I think that's what you're seeing now in this game. We're here late. They're still throwing it deep because this quarterback's thrown 3 touchdown passes. He's proven to his coach that he can get it done and he can make the right decisions and not put his offense in harm's way. And that's why you're still seeing them throw it vertically downfield.
Can't hook up on the long throw, and fourth down goes by the boards for this offense.
I'll tell you, man, analytics in college football now are changing the way coaches think about down and distances. And listen, I know there are probably some metrics out there that say you should go for it in that situation because the percentages are telling you you got a good shot at keeping the football and keeping possession. That time, though, they're not able to come up with it. And they've now given up the football with their backs to the wall. The defense now is going to have to dig them out of this hole.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Got the quick pass. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Trying to bully their way in. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5.
There is nowhere to run and nowhere to hide on these situations. You know the physical ground game comes into play inside the 5-yard line, and they match the intensity. Nice job. Everybody flying around.
And it's caught for a touchdown. They're going to play this one through the end, but this is pretty much window dressing.
Yeah, nice pitch, nice catch. And listen, maybe this helps next game, right? Like we're trying to find a rhythm, find something that works, find somebody to go to. And this offense is struggling. You're down by 1,000, but I like that they continue to fight.
And the extra point is good. They still trail 35-14. Fielded in the end zone, it's Gibson. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. they'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. To the air, it's Manning. Gonna let it fly. He's got it down the left side. He's loose. The 10. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Longhorns! Texas fighting them through the air and on the ground, reminiscent of Colt McCoy's big day against A&M in 2009.
Yeah, just doing whatever they want. And this is a good spot to be. Listen, Texas gets a highly recruited kid at quarterback every single year. Can this be the guy that takes them to the next level? Today is a good day.
Utah has it back in the offense coming onto the field. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positive. Oh, he wants it all. He's got it on the outside. And that tackle almost certainly saved the touchdown after he ripped off a huge gain. And the Utes in the hurry up.
A huge play moves them down the field. First down.
Looking to throw on first down. Finds the tight end. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. First down, 10 yards to go. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Firing toward the end zone. And it's picked off for the 4th time today. Everybody needs a little luck, and the offense just got it by falling on that fumble.
Out of all the ways to get a first down, that's how the offense chose to do it. I mean, make the mistake, throw the interception, Palmer, but heads-up play, force the fumble, and recover it. First down.
And, David, you know the quarterback's counting his lucky stars. That was a bad decision. That should be the defense's ball. Luckily, they fumble it. His teammates get it back to give him another chance.
Trying to bull his way in. Touchdown, Utah! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And a nice touchdown. Continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense. Continue to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football secure.
He's going to let it go. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be.
Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Showing the arm strength down the left side. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
You know, I'll give it to the defense here. Obviously, it has not been their day, and this offense has gone up and down the field, lighting up the scoreboard. But you're still seeing this defense compete. And on 3rd and long, expecting pass, everybody on the same page, get the incompletion. That's something positive that their coaching staff can point to when they review the film.
He's not afraid to go deep. Final pass falls to the turf, and that'll be the ball game. A strong, methodical, workmanlike effort from this team. No frills, just get the job done and get the win.
I love when you describe my teams like that. Just consistent, methodical, strong. I don't have to do things special every single week. All I'm supposed to do is get the W, and that's what they did.
And this is why practice is so important, guys. You can tell that this team was locked in way back earlier in the week. They watched the film. They got good looks in practice. They knew what to anticipate. They knew what looks they were going to see. And when those looks presented themselves, boy, oh boy, did they ever take advantage.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the LSU Fighting Tigers, Baton Rouge and Tiger Stadium. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Boston College Eagles, taking on the 8th-ranked team in the land, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Well, that's some way to start this game. They're lining up for an onside kick. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it.
Well, I give them a lot of credit for having guts. You normally don't see onside kicks until the very end of the game. Here we are in the first quarter, and they tried one, but it didn't work. So their defense now has to come out here and bail them out.
Offense bringing in the big boys, heavy personnel. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard. LSU quick to the line.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And now on 2nd down for this offense. Might be calling a hot route. Dropping back, it's Nussmeier. Fires to the wideout. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions. He just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
This offense wants to get out of the gate fast on their first drive of the game, plus territory. They'll go for it on 4th down. Under fire. He spins that thing down the middle. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect 4th down call there. They ripped off a huge chunk, and now a little chunk is needed to pay it off. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers!
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. The kick is good, but the penalty flag indicates we've got a roughing the kicker call coming. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. He was dreaming of getting a few more on that return, but they'll take it in business at the 32. This offense has it with really good field position. Might be changing the route. Back to pass, it's Nussmeier. Floating away. Trying to make magic with his feet. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here. The offense down to the 22 on 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try the middle. They'll give him maybe one on the play. It's down to the 20.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Looking down the middle. He makes a grab. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal. And the Tigers come to the line in the hurry-up. They send the tight end in motion. With the run on 1st and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Tigers.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Wants to throw on 1st down. Snagged in the middle. It's Bond. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. So now it's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Trying to beat the D deep. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the 2nd down misfire. Defense just a little too eager, and that's 5 yards for the O. Whole lot easier after that penalty. It's 3rd and 2. To the ground to try to pick up the 1st. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Golden Eagles getting set on 1st and 10. Looking to pass. It's James. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
This time he's got his man. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. And the Golden Eagles come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. He'll do it himself. Oh, he's got some space. And he scoots his way to the 1st down and then slides to avoid the hit.
And 1st down for the offense.
Boston College putting together a very efficient drive. To the air on 1st down. Bringing the heat. It falls incomplete, and that'll be the final play of the period.
Boston College, 0.
So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. Wants to go up top. The screen, and watch out. And he's able to shed 1 tackle, but still just a very short gain.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
Throws to the wideout. A strike downfield. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got us to be able to score points on this drive.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On 1st and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? The give. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Boston College!
Well, the one thing you know about this team is they've got a lot of fight in them, and that's a great job responding by the offense on that last drive, capping it off with a really good-looking touchdown run. This is now a one-possession game. We've got a lot of football left to play.
And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Fielded in the end zone. It's Thomas. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. They take over late and they have enough time to put together a drive. Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking downfield, it's Nussmeier. Gonna take a shot. Snags it on the right. All out of space. Touchdown LSU. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
Man, oh man, I love the patience of this quarterback. Great job letting the play develop, buying a little bit of time. Receiver starts on the left side of the field. He comes all the way across to the right side for the big touchdown catch.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Coming out with it, it's Richard. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Looking downfield on first down. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. The Golden Eagles with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Second down, they'll go to the air. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man to the left. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Looking to throw on first down. Moves around to clear up the vision. He'll get rid of it. Intercepted, a first half turnover.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Not a lot of room on the return, but he'd already got the most important thing, the ball, and they have it at the 46. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Going for the big play. Underneath toasted coverage. Got it deep downfield. Touchdown LSU. He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. If this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
He'll bring it out. It's Richard. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Looking to throw, it's James. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. They're dealing with a second and long. Now the play fake. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. From the gun, wants to pass. He's looking deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Well, at this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game, and it's going to be tricky now because the defense is expecting it.
Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. Looking to throw on first down. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
Man, another negative play for this offense. You've had the turnovers. You're throwing in the sacks. Like, they've got to do something better. They got to...
And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
You got to be impressed with this defense early in this game, guys. They've got a big lead because they are getting after the quarterback. They've already generated multiple sacks. They thought coming into this game they could take advantage of this offensive line, and that game plan is working to perfection.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
Got him downfield. Gets it down to the 33. They pick up the first down. Got to use their time wisely. And that decision will be questioned for a while. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. He wants to change this route. To the air, it's Nussmeier. A shot toward the end zone. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. LSU will put foot to leather to start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Richard. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. They'll try to put a drive together, starting from their own 12. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Finds his man. It's Harris. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed the rocket. Threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
Wants to go up top on first down. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
And that's one the offense just needs to be able to hit, right? That's a completion they should be able to hit in their sleep. Receivers got to do a better job.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection. He's got an open man. Turning on the Jets. Inside the... And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Eagles. Got to start cutting into this lead somewhere. Now the question, will they have enough time?
But that's step one. You got to get that first score. You got to get back in the ball game and get some of that momentum back on your side. You still got more work to do, but step one accomplished.
And the extra point is good. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers it well to not give back that last score. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Quarterback may change this route. To the air, it's Nussmeier. Rushes on him. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. LSU right back to the line.
Well, what a great job by the defense and phenomenal effort chasing down the quarterback, getting that sack for a huge loss, and now they're licking their chops, lining up in tempo. They're ready to do it again.
The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
Timeout, LSU.
Now facing second and long after the defense came up with that sack. They'll move the wide receiver. To the air on second down. He fires a bullet to the right. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds and just on to the next down.
Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. He holds it in, and nobody's close. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Tigers.
Well, this offense looked unstoppable in the first half, lighting up the scoreboard, and it doesn't look much different here in the second half. They take their first drive of the 3rd quarter, march it down the field, and score. There's no end in sight for these guys.
Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. He'll bring it out. It's Richard. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Back to throw, it's James. Fires to the right. Complete downfield. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down. Pass completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Finds his man. It's Harris. He works his way up to the 33 and is pushed out of bounds.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
Back to pass. Good timing on the quick out. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. Boston College wants to play fast.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game. I don't know if the quarterback read the coverage properly on that one, but obviously the result is an incompletion.
Defense might bring the house here. Gets the back moving. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Finds space on the right. Out of bounds at the 24-yard line after the huge pickup. BC back to work after picking up the first down. Wants to throw on first down. And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35. This drive facing a little adversity now after that last play. It's 2nd and 20. Looking for a man. It's James. Pressure coming. They get to him as he throws. And they're able to make the tackle. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. He's got it and still on his feet. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. He wants to throw it. That's got it. And he's going to score.
Bro, why not you just quit? You fucking suck. We're losing by 15. I'm not even trying.
He catches it and does the rest.
What, you going for 2?
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point is good, but they still trail 35-21.
That makes the score LSU 35, Boston College 21.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Fielded in the end zone, it's Anderson. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. The offense changing the play. Looking to throw, it's Nussmeier. Forced out of the pocket. On the run, deep down the right side. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up.
And the defense finally stops him, right? He's had a heck of a day, and they're taking a shot down the field to him. And I think they've gone to their go-to guy because he's put up numbers, and he's been productive, and he's got that speed on the outside. Defense has definitely got an eye on him and kind of saying, hey, we got to make sure we take him away.
Makes the grab on the left side. Open spaces. Touch. Welcome to College Station, Texas. Kyle Field, home of the 12th man and the Texas A&M Aggies. As we'll see, the number 8 team in the country, the LSU Tigers, taking on the 21st ranked team in the land, the Texas A&M Aggies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all.
Bro, I'm about to beat the shit out of you, brother. Here. Hello?
LSU will put a foot to it for the opening kickoff. It bounds through the back of the end zone. Be a touchback. Wants to throw. It's Reed. Oh, they're after him. Quickly to the tight end. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. To the air on first down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Moss. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly. The Aggies trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Wants to fire on second down. With the catch, it's Bussey. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Third and short now. They snap it from their own 46. Looking to throw again. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
And that is how you silence this raucous crowd. Defensively on the road. First drive of the game, setting the tone, getting a huge sack on third down.
Playing the field position game as he makes the fair catch right at the 50. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Fires to the wideout. Got his man downfield. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22. And yet another Bayou Bengal baller on the outside who can just go get it.
And if I'm a quarterback, man, I love throwing to these guys. It doesn't have to be perfect. I don't have to fit it in the box. I know my receiver out wide will make plays. LSU has had guy after guy after guy that you can name that can do that, and they might just have another.
And you just got to wonder if the pass rush affected the QB's accuracy on that throw. He had his guy wide open in the end zone, but he had to throw it a split second faster than he wanted to, and the ball got away from him.
The play action fake. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Really nice third down sub defense there at that time. It's third and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, now forcing the incompletion setting up for it.
Man, they can barely see the first down marker from there, but they'll go for it on 4. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And it's incomplete, and this defense makes a 4th down stop.
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
Leaves it with the running back. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2. Texas A&M going up tempo.
Gotta love how this defense started the football game. They forced the punt on the first drive. First play now, come out, set the tone. Great run defense, forcing a negative play and putting their defense in a good spot.
And because the receiver was able to drive back to the QB on that curl route against man coverage, he was able to create a little bit of separation between him and the defender, and that was a big key in getting that first down.
The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Reed. Right down the middle. Incomplete. And man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception.
And that's why these guys played defense. If that were an offensive player or receiver, that would have easily have been a catch. Come on, man. You've got to catch that and make that a pick.
They'll go back to the air on 2nd down. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
You know, as an offense, you just don't get that many great opportunities in games to hit these type of big-time plays. When plays like that present themselves and receivers are open, as a quarterback, you have got to make that throw.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. The short hands, it's Concepcion. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. DB's right up on the receivers. Looking downfield on 1st down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Well, the quarterback knew where he wanted to go with the ball. His intended target just wasn't open, so the quarterback made sure he put that football in the stands.
Final play of the quarter coming. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. On the move to the right and looking for a big one. He throws back across his body, and it's picked off. He was thinking big return, didn't get that, but boy, did he give his offense an opportunity at the 31. They've got a first down here to open the period. Wants to adjust the pattern. Off play action on 1st down. Might be looking to run. Rolling, throwing, looking right. Pulls in the deep ball. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line.
I love that play call, and quarterbacks are always licking their chops after their defense gets a takeaway because they know now, hey, I got a sudden change situation. I've got a chance to take a shot and pad my stats.
Dropping back, it's Nussmeier. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Into double coverage, and he picked it off. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
It's so nice to see defenders squeeze that pigskin. A lot of times, in great position, you see them there to make the play, but there's a reason they play defense. Not this time. Great job securing the interception.
Looking to throw on first down. Trying to burn this defensive back. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one. But you know he has the defense's attention.
I think it's really hard to overthrow.
Come on, bro. Unpause the game.
That guy, he is already that fast, and he breaks open, and you have an opportunity just to club up a little bit. Just put a little bit more air underneath that and let the speedster run underneath it and make you look like a hero. But, oh, boy, it's kind of the opposite.
This time on target. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Texas A&M back to work with another first down. Wants to keep it in the air. Got a man. It's Bussey. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. New set of downs after the completion. Scanning the field. It's Reed. Fires to the big fella. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line. Warp speed for second down. Looking to fire. Lets it fly. Into the house. Touchdown, Aggie!
This game right here is so motherfucking trash. I had a pick and the nigga dropped it, bro. This shit's so crazy. And then you score off the shit.
Until we visited, and you see it's choreographed, it's perfect together. And how about this choreographed start? Exactly how they drew it up.
And then you think you're good at the game, and you're not. You're running cover 2-man under and not getting beat deep.
It's Anderson. They drag him down to the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. Play of the drive comes from the 22. Making side adjustments here. Looking to throw on first down. Catch in the middle. It's sharp. There he goes. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down.
And you just wonder now, is that the play that's finally going to wake this offense up? They've been sluggish throughout the entire first half, but could that be the thing that finally just gives them a little bit of a jolt and leads them to scoring some points here before this half is over?
And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in crease now. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
That's caught. It's Brown. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this third down play. Clock running. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. LSU quick to the line. On fourth down, trying to find his man. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Not a lot of room on the return, but he'd already got the most important thing, the ball, and they have it at the 46. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Motion from the wide receiver. Back to throw, it's Reed. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Second and 10, he'll throw again. He's got him this time. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39. Now on first down from the 40. Defense looks like they're about to bring the house. Wants to go up top on first down. Throws to the tight end. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
Well, the quarterback let his target too much on that outbreaking route. I think in the future, just trying to put it on his front shoulder makes it a lot easier to make the catch.
After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. And they make the play to stop the scoring opportunity just before the end of the half.
And we know turnover margin is a huge part of winning ball games. Interception number 2. His quarterback has to do a better job taking care of the football. Don't force it. Take the high completion percentage stuff. Don't always try to go for the big play.
Wants to throw on first down. He tries to take the top off. Can't make the connection. Incomplete pass, and 1 second remains.
Well, the offense is doing their best to try and at least get into field goal range here at the end of the first half. So they take a vertical shot down the field, but give the defense credit. Lots of eyes back there on the quarterback. They're able to break on the ball and make sure that throw falls incomplete.
To throw, it's Nussmeier. Pocket breaking down. The pressure on him, and the quarterback.
But you a straight hoe, bro. Just running straight man coverage, and this shit is fucking stupid, bro. I got LSU, bro.
Texas A&M has it teed up to start this second half. Coming out with it, it's Anderson. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14.
My nigga pick a fucking play. God damn.
Inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. They'll open this third quarter with a run. They needed to find enough space and get it moving forward, and they're up to the 22. The Tigers with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Handoff from the gun. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks. The 12th man putting a stamp on this game right now and bringing it on third down. Brought down, but looks as if LSU will pick up the first down.
Well, their defense did a great job deep in their own end, right? Getting the turnover on downs. And now the offense is starting to pay that off. On the third play of this drive, third down, they're able to run it, pick up the first, they stay on the field, and they're going to try and churn this thing out.
LSU getting set on first and 10. After the run, now to throw. He's going to run it. At the 35, he's loose. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49.
Well, I think you're starting to see some examples of why this guy is inexperienced in a freshman quarterback, right? Obviously, he's thrown a couple picks earlier in the game. That scramble right there, he's got to get down. He's got to take care of himself and slide. Great job, nice athleticism, good decision to take off scrambling and help his offense, but you really are seeing his inexperience shine through here in this game.
LSU right back to the line.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
Wide open downfield. It's a running room. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30. Well, LSU receivers are known for their swagger. That is swagger well earned after that one.
You go outside and you make plays. Like, listen, you have swag, you have confidence, and you usually get a little bit loud recently. Like, listen, feed me the rock. So many great LSU receivers in the past, and it's because of that swag.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Unloads quickly. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
And on the slant route, I love the location of the throw by the quarterback. He's not making it difficult on his receiver. He's putting the football out in front, hitting his receiver right in the face mask and making it easy for him.
Gets enough for the first down, but not sure they'll get another playoff here in the third quarter. They go back to work in the final period of this one. They'll give it to him again. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line, a loss of 1. Quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. They'll try to run for it. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Trailing by a touchdown, getting late in the 4th, and this is a huge, perhaps a defining moment in this game. The offense gets a quick timeout. At this point, every second is precious. It's a one-score game late, and they've got to go for it on 4th down. He'll go up top, maybe a deciding play here. Touchdown, Tigers! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
Really nice touchdown. Now it's decision time. Extra point will catch you to OT. Do you try to win it right now with a 2-point play?
And it's good, and we're tied in the 4th quarter. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking downfield, it's Reed. Throwing right. And this is going to be intercepted. A big play in a tight
GG, bro.
He was thinking big return, didn't get that, but boy, did he give his offense an opportunity at the 31. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. They go to the ground, and maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
If they're going to run the football late in the game in this situation, not that close to scoring zone, they've got to take a timeout here. You've got to make sure you save as much time as possible and communicate with your quarterback.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looks as if the defense was a little too eager there, got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Defense has to stay out of that neutral zone. It's 2nd and 5. Fires to the tight end. He's loose. They'll say he stepped out of bounds right at the 17.
Love the decision-making by the quarterback there on the RPO play. Defense took everything away deep down the field, so just check it down, get it to your guy in the right flat, and let him go get yards.
This crowd knows this defense needs them right now. Got it behind the line. It's Sharp. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Oh, big fella almost had a pick right there. Instead, it falls incomplete.
And this offense has been a struggle bus. I mean, just call it like it is, guys. It hasn't been good, especially the passing game. And I'll tell you what, QB's played better games before. And I'm interested to watch. Can he stay positive? Can he finish this game off on a good note?
Touchdown, Tigers! They've got the lead here in the 4th.
Man, how about this offense in crunch time, doing what they do, getting 6 on the board. Now, I turn to my defense right now and say, boys, we need one more stop. Go out there, get me one more.
The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Dropping back, it's Reed. Makes the grab, it's Moss. There he goes. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. To the air on first down. That's caught. It's Moss. Great job in this 2-minute drill as he gets out of bounds, keeping the clock on their side as they're trying to pull it out.
Where's the defense on that last play? It's a 2-minute situation. You've got the guy making the catch in the middle of the field. You've got to tackle him in bounds and keep this clock moving. Somehow they were able to let him get outside and stop the clock. That just can't happen.
Makes the stop at the 35-yard line. They rip off 15 yards on that one, and they are rolling. Looking downfield on first down. Pulls it in. It's Moss. And he wisely gets out of bounds. The clock can be the enemy right now. This offense needs to get some points. Texas A&M going quickly. Looking to throw on first down. Just a hair too much on it from this big-arm sophomore quarterback.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
And back to the air on second down. Makes a connection. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. Back to pass, it's Reed. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, the windows right now to throw into are getting smaller and smaller. How about the defender that time breaking on the ball? It was the hit that caused the incompletion.
Second down, he'll throw it. Here comes the heat. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And the D chooses to bring pressure. A lot of times, big moments when you get in these fourth quarters regardless, like pull the trigger, be aggressive, bring the pressure to them. They do hit the QB as he's throwing it and force the incompletion.
And after that completion at this juncture of the game, if I'm the quarterback, where is my best one-on-one matchup? I'm throwing this in the end zone on fourth down to win the game. Where do I have a size advantage? Who can win for me one-on-one?
He'll set up to throw. Going for 6. Throw into the end zone, and it's picked off. That's the way this defense wanted to wrap it up. Make a play themselves, finish off the game, and the offense can kneel it out from here.
Good game, my dog. Good game.
Caps off this day. It's been a day with not a lot of rhythm.
Yes, sir.
Not a lot of timing,
Good game. Good game, too.
Same page, and they weren't right there, and the quarterback throws an INT, and this one is not looking good.
Really nice job stopping the run, but the problem is you have 0 timeouts left. You cannot stop the clock right now if you're the defense, so this has got to be excruciating for them. They know the offense is just going to take their time before they snap the ball.
What a show both of these teams put on today. A couple of outstanding squads, hotly contested battle all the way to the very end.
Yeah, we came into this one expecting this to be a back-and-forth battle. We knew it was going to go down late into the fourth quarter. At the end of the day, the higher-ranked team, David, they were really able to lean on those playmakers and that leadership they've got in the locker room.
Yeah, and now I think even more so, you're starting to believe in them. They're battle-tested. This team they find a way to get things done. That's why they're ranked where they're at. And I expect this team to stay in contention for the college football playoff because they're proving week in and week out they're a really good squad.
Thanks.